The most important part of losing 30 pounds in 3 months was changing my mindset. Let me give you.
Hey bestie, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Bestie, like the video because it helps with my algorithm. So in today's video, we'll be talking about the psychological steps to perfect weight loss. So I'll put the stitches together so that you watch. I'll be back to share my 2 cents.
The most important part of losing 30 pounds in 3 months was changing my mindset. Let me give you an easy exercise that you can do today and instantly feel like you're on the right track in your fitness journey. Take out a sheet of paper and create the categories of your life: friendships, fitness, health, spiritual practices, financial, etc. The reason why it's important to do all of the categories in your life is because the healthiest version of yourself is not just healthy because she goes to the gym. She's healthy because of this overall sense of self, right? So write down, what kind of car does she drive? What clothes does she wear? Who is she friends with? How much money does she make? Is she in a relationship? How do her children feel when she walks into the room? Now, beside each of those things that you just wrote down, write down how it feels to achieve them or how it feels to be that person. So for example, if you said that you added 25,000 to your annual salary, how do you feel now that you make 25,000 more? Then from that, you have the affirmations that you now want to start practicing. If you said you feel financially stable, financially stable isn't a feeling word, but that's a whole other discussion. Then the affirmation that you would practice is, I am financially stable. Now, where this ties back into the gym, this is all you becoming the healthiest version of yourself. And so the best way to practice these affirmations is not just by writing them down, but it's also whenever you catch yourself in the mirror at the gym, whenever you feel the exercise burning, whenever you want to stay home, this is when you think to yourself, I am financially stable, or I am whatever that feeling is. And the person who feels that feeling does these things. Hit the follow for more.
Every morning I wake up and I look at myself in the mirror and I say, you are good enough and worth fighting for. Most people only start things and never finish, whether it be projects, hobbies, education, diets, challenges. Starting is brave, but finishing is transforming. How many times have you started something and never finished? Let me tell you something. You don't get stronger just by taking the first step. You get stronger after the excitement fades. When it's boring, when it's quiet, when you're unmotivated, it's hard when no one's cheering for you. So every morning, do this. You look in the mirror and say, I don't just start things, I finish them. I follow through and I keep my word to myself. Anyone can start, but you're a finisher. And that is what's gonna separate you from everybody else, because everybody could start, but not everybody finishes.
4 mindset shifts if you wanna lose weight. First of all, discomfort is comfort. Growth is in discomfort. So when you are feeling kind of hungry, when you are struggling through a workout, those are all growth points. Thank God I'm kind of hungry. I'm in a deficit. That's how I lose weight. Thank God I'm kind of struggling through this workout. That means my muscles are growing. That means I'm getting some cardio in. This is how I lose weight. Number 2, time is not time. Time does not work the same. When you think 6 months, that can sound like such a long time in normal life. It's gonna take me a whole 6 months to get there. That is so long to work so hard. Girl, 6 months compared to the rest of your life? Compared to the amount of time that you've already felt like trash about yourself and already suffered? 6 months is so freaking short. Number 3 is the thought process of people like me don't do that, can't look like that, don't get to do that thing, feel that way, lose that weight. Wrong, because that was me for a very long time. I struggled with my weight for so long, and that was always me. I was like, no, but like not people like me. Like maybe I can lose like 5-10 pounds, but like nothing crazy. Guess what happened when I got rid of that mindset? Drop the weight. People like me, people like you. Why do you think you're different? I know you probably just came up with some excuse. Get rid of it. Number 4 is switching from the have to the get to mindset. You don't have to eat that healthy meal. You get to eat that healthy meal that so many people across the world don't have access to. You know how many people live in food deserts, can't afford that same healthy meal, would kill to be able to eat that? You get to. You know how many people's bodies are past the point of return when it comes to exercise? They can't do that exercise that you get to do. Flip it, flip the mindset.
Manifested losing 50 pounds with my mind, and I've kept it off for some time now. I did this by shifting my identity, and of course there's so much nutrition and fitness that went into it, but honestly I had access to all of that, the same nutrition information and fitness information before, and for years I was yo-yo dieting. My weight would go up and down and nothing was sustainable until I introduced mindset work and started really shifting my identity. And the easiest way I can describe it is my identity used to be someone who was almost there. Like, she was trying so hard, she had a personal trainer, she was learning so much about nutrition, she was almost there. Maybe she could lose 10 pounds, but like, my identity was so wrapped up into this idea that I needed to be fixed that it was always going to be there. And so to break out of that, I needed to really just get so sick of my own bullshit and decide, really firmly decide, like, I am now a new person and I no longer struggle with my body. And what that meant was a deep amount of self-trust. I needed to decide that in my mind, and then for a long time I had no validation from the people around me because I didn't see the results. And when I needed to self-trust and actually step into the new identity, it meant donating all of the books I had on PCOS, okay? It meant unsubscribing to all the online communities I was paying for PCOS. It meant I would like splurge on all of these weight loss things. I was like, I'm not gonna do that. And it also meant stop listening to all the things that my friends were doing that worked for them, peace and love to them, but their bodies are not my body, and start listening to myself first. And like, when I started listening to myself first and started really trusting myself, granted, I had also studied nutrition and food science for some time, I actually then started to see the change in my body, because I realized, like, I can't eat like my friends and see results like them because my body is different.
Here's something a client once said to me that is so simple but so powerful. I was working with her to lose weight for her wedding, and she was really successful. Every week she was losing weight. And we were talking about what's been working for her, and she said, I say to myself, this is where weight loss happens. And I said, oh, what do you mean by that? And she said, whenever I realize I'm eating chips mindlessly, I say to myself, oh, this is where weight loss happens, and I'm able to put the chips away. Or when I'm eating dinner and I was going to get a second helping, but I realize that I'm not actually hungry, I say to myself, this is where weight loss happens. And it's so true, right? All of these times where we're mindlessly eating or we're boredom eating, the food really does add up, and it can very easily stall our weight loss. Now, very importantly, I am not saying to undereat or to not eat if you're not physically hungry. Of course, if you're hungry, you should eat. You should always be nourishing your body with whole, real foods. But if healthy, sustainable weight loss is your goal, keep that phrase in mind.
The reason why so many of us can't just have a few pieces of cake or a few chips and move on with our day is because we're in the scarcity mindset of, I'm on a diet, I shouldn't even be eating this food. Since I am, I'm gonna take advantage. Who knows if I'm gonna have this opportunity again? And it's like all this storyline to it. But if you had the mentality of like, bro, like, I'm thin, I like my body, I can have a few bites and move on with my day, the food's gonna be there later, it completely changes the game. And that's where the whole manifestation mindset part comes in, when they say act as if, like, you act like that girl, whatever that means to you, the successful person. In this case, you're acting as if the person that already has that fit, slim body, if that's what you choose. And women that have that body that you like, they're not stressing about the food all day. They're not thinking, okay, so if I bank, okay, I have 300 calories left, if I drag the 2, carry the no. Oh, I could go for a treat. Oh, I still have some birthday cake left over from Billy's party. A few bites, wow, it's really good, let me get some icing. Okay, let me go for my run. They're not stressing about it, and they know that cake will be there after. If while they're watching Breaking Bad later, they can have some too. It's gonna be there. It's not disappearing. There's not this like scarcity. This is my chance. Nobody's looking. Give me the fork. Once you have that switch, I'm telling you, that's everything. When I was at my fittest, maintaining my weight, it was automatic. I didn't have to think twice. I'm out for brekkie. Eat all my food. Half the potatoes. I'm actually kind of full. Don't want it. Maybe I'll pack it up, have it to go. Doggy bag, sir. And then I'd have it later. Maybe not. Maybe I don't really like microwave potatoes, so no. But you get what I'm saying? It's this mentality of like, it doesn't have to be right now. Once you master that, I don't have to eat it all right now, and you take away the crazy emotion that women tie to food, chef's kiss, bro. Pounds will melt. They'll just be like melting, and you'll thank me.
If you want to lose weight, you'll have to realize one thing, and it's very important. Nobody gives a fuck that you're trying to lose weight. Nobody. Like, you go out to dinner, you go out to lunch, you're in a house full of people, there's always going to be temptation. There's always going to be crap around, okay? You have to find it in yourself to be like, I can't. I don't want to. I don't want it. It's not even, oh, I can't. It's that I don't want to. I don't want to eat the shit. I don't want to feel like shit. I have goals that I want to hit. I have a body that I want to achieve. I have health things that I want to get better. Like, I don't even want it. You have to find it in yourself not to eat the shit. Have to find it in yourself. And it's really hard because, like, I've lost 80 pounds. I've been there. Okay? Like, I'm a foodie at heart. Promise you. I fucking fuck up some donuts. Don't even get me started talking about it, okay? But my point is you have to learn how to say no, and don't let the no come from a place of like, I can't. Have it come from a place of, I don't want to. That doesn't benefit me. You have to start like changing your way of thinking around food, because it is going to help so much on your weight loss journey. If you feel like, oh, I can't have that because I can't have it, you're going to feel like I'm missing out. Act as if, oh, I'm not missing out on that. I'm doing something that's better for myself. I'm doing something to make me hotter. I'm doing something to make me feel better. That's it. Love you.
I was thinking about this, right? And I think this is a hot take and might be a bit controversial, but when it comes to weight loss, I think a lot of the reason why a lot of us people who are Black or from ethnic minorities really struggle a lot with our weight is because of how we were brought up. And I'm not speaking for everyone, but like from my experience and from experience of people around me, I've always been taught that I had to finish everything on my plate, because leaving food on my plate or like throwing food away was waste. And not everyone has the luxury of food, and especially coming from countries where like is like poverty is very prominent. That was like what was being ingrained in me from an early age. And so I always had to finish what was on my plate. I always had to eat everything on my plate, and that was how I lived for like majority of my life. And with our foods being very high in calories as well, that's not like the greatest, and I don't think that's what made me like overweight. But I'm saying like that was a big mindset switch that I had to make to lose the weight, was literally realizing that I don't have to finish everything on my plate, that once my stomach is full, and learning when my stomach was full was probably like one of the hardest thing, and like the most, like the thing that has made the most difference for me. Once I figured out when my stomach was full, I literally just learned to like leave leftovers and eat them the next day. And that was a big mindset switch that I had to make in terms of weight loss. And I don't know if you guys agree with me, but I was literally thinking about it, and I was like, that has literally was the one thing that like changed my weight loss, and probably the one thing that I've been struggling with in terms of weight loss for the longest, and probably why my weight loss was never permanent until now.
You can still eat out and lose weight. You can still eat out and lose weight. Listen, I eat pizza almost every other week, and I've lost 20 pounds in the last 3 months. I'm gonna explain you how. When I started my weight loss journey, I really thought that I had to give it up completely. Like people were telling me, if you want to lose weight, you need to stop eating carbs. But that's just so wrong and so far from the truth. Like whenever we get pizza, I eat my slices. I eat sometimes 3. If I'm really hungry, I'll eat a 4th. And that is completely okay. Now the difference is I planned for it. If I know I'm having pizza that day, I'll plan for it. I'll do my workout. I'll do either my workout or I'll walk my minimum steps, no less than that. But honestly, having the right mindset is gonna make such a huge difference. If there's pizza left over the next day, I don't eat it just because I see it, just because it's there. Like, I can get pizza another day. I can have it next week. It's not like the pizza is gonna go away, it's gonna go out of stock. Like if I want to get more, I'll get more. But why would I eat it again if I already satisfied myself just a couple of hours ago? That just doesn't make sense. That's when you need to start thinking with your brain and not with your stomach or your cravings. And now I'm at the point where my husband, he's the one who be eating the leftover pizza, and I'm sitting next to him. And that's okay with me, because I have learned to heal my relationship with food, so that doesn't bother me. Because again, I know I can have it next week. I can have it in the future. I just don't need it right now. I already had it. Why would I need it again? Nobody said that being skinny it's easy. It is not easy. So for that same reason, if you want to stay hot, if you want to be hot, you need to start making right choices. Bye.
Let's get your fat fucking ass in shape, okay? The reason you keep failing your weight loss journeys isn't because of your workouts or your diets, it's because of your mindset. You are stuck in the same cycle, leading you to sabotage yourself before you even start to see real results on your weight loss journey. Fix your mindset and weight loss becomes effortless. Allow me to help you stop thinking like a fat ass. Step number 1, rewire your entire fucking relationship with food. Most people eat to cope, not to nourish. If you are somebody who eats because they are sad, bored, or stressed, you have wired your brain to see food as instant relief instead of fuel. Fix that shit. Next time you feel the urge to snack, ask yourself, am I actually hungry, or am I just being a bitch and want to avoid discomfort? If it's the latter, sit with the feeling for a little bit, for a couple of hours maybe, and break the cycle. You will be okay. You have a very, very fucking long way to go before you starve of hunger. Step number 2, kill the all or nothing mentality. Say it with me. Perfectionism is self-sabotage in disguise. One bad meal won't fuck up your progress. Quitting or falling off the wagon because of that one meal is what will fuck up your progress. People binge because they fuck up, eat one bad meal, and emotionally tie every fiber of their fucking being to that one bad meal and decide that the entire day is at a loss because of it. That's so fucking self-sabotaging. Just get back on track. You'll be okay. Step number fucking 3, stop identifying as the struggling person or the victim mentality. Your brain reinforces whatever fucking story you decide to tell yourself. If you are reminding yourself on a daily basis that you constantly fail at shit or that you have a slow metabolism, you're programming yourself to stay fucking stuck. Rewire your entire fucking self-image. Act like somebody who succeeds, speak like somebody who succeeds, think like somebody who succeeds. Success follows identity. Step number 4, learn to sit with discomfort instead of running from it. Are you hungry? Are you craving? Do you feel fatigued? That is your fucking brain resisting change because all you've shown it throughout your entire fat fucking life is instant gratification. A couple of hours with no food will not lead to your immediate death. I fucking promise. Your brain wants instant gratification, but the future you needs to learn how to handle and how to endure discomfort. Practice delaying gratification. It is the one skill that separates successful people from failures in every area of life. And last but not least, detaching yourself from external validations. Why? Your results are the only fucking proof that matters. Stop looking for an applause just because you started. Stop expecting people to notice every little fucking change about you. Results take time, and nobody will give a fuck until you are absolutely undeniable. If you need constant validation in order to stay consistent in any area of life, you are setting yourself up for fucking failure the minute that people stop clapping for you. Learn to show up even when nobody is fucking watching. Fix your mindset and weight loss becomes effortless. Keep making excuses and you will stay fat forever. The choice is yours.
I thought I needed another diet, another challenge, another tracker, but what I really needed was a nervous system reset. Because I wasn't carrying weight on my body, I was actually carrying pressure. I was carrying self-abandonment, I was overwhelmed, and I also was carrying cortisol from constantly being in survival mode. I didn't realize how much I was holding until I let go. I let go of urgency, let go of the version of me that only felt beautiful when she was smaller, letting go of the need to earn rest or to prove my discipline. My body stopped trusting me because I was always in punishment mode. But when I changed my frequency, when I started tracking beauty, not my calories, when I started softening my mornings instead of skipping them, everything changed. The weight, it didn't fall off because I was restricting harder. It started melting off because I started feeling safe. The frequency planner became my ritual for that shift. It's not about productivity, it's a nervous system anchor. And if your body feels heavy right now, start with the frequency, not the fix.
Welcome to day 4 of the Fat Loss Mindset Fix. 30 days, 30 mindset shifts to finally break that start-stop cycle and make fat loss stick. All I ask is you hit follow so you don't miss a single day. Today we're talking about something that counts for over 80% of dieting failure. Emotional eating. And I've got a tool for you that's going to help you take back control. It's called Surf the Urge. This is a very, very powerful technique to help you when those cravings that feel absolutely irresistible hit. It's going to retrain your brain so that you don't automatically turn to food. Instead, learn to sit with the discomfort and let the cravings pass. Here's how to implement it. When the craving or urge hits, don't react right away. Pause. Set a 30-minute timer. Use this time to journal, go for a walk, something that takes your mind off the craving. Watch how the craving slowly fades away, because you'll find that 95% of the time with time, it just goes. So you're teaching your brain how to surf the urge and craving, because like a wave, it comes up and then crashing down. The more you practice this, the stronger your self-trust becomes, and you'll feel way more in control and stop giving into those emotional eating episodes that are stopping you losing fat. If you want the exact step-by-step breakdown of this method, just comment the word surf and I'll send it over to you straight away so that you can make it work for you. And I'll see you tomorrow for day 5.
That's the video, besties. I'm just here just to add on like what I think about today's video. So in today's video, we're talking about the psychological states to perfect weight loss. Bestie, weight loss is not just about what you eat or how much you work out. It's about how you think. The truth is, your mindset controls your habit, and your habit creates your body. Before your body can change, your mind has to shift. So I just want to tell you what I think. First, you need to understand that weight loss is a mental game before it's even physical, bestie. Most people fail because they approach it with restriction and punishment instead of curiosity and patience. You have to stop viewing weight loss as something you have to do and start seeing it as a form of self-respect. You're not losing weight because you hurt yourself. You're doing it because you love yourself enough to want better for your body. It all starts with your relationship with food. Many of us eat emotionally out of stress, boredom, loneliness, or habits. To lose weight permanently, you have to identify your emotional triggers. What makes you reach out for food when you're not hungry? It is the anxiety, it is the comfort. Instead of trying to fix it with a new diet, sit with the emotion. Learn to feel it instead of feeding it. The moment you stop using food to smooth your emotions, your entire approach to eating changes. Next, work on your self-image. You cannot hate yourself into a body you love. If you constantly call yourself fat, lazy, or ugly, you might fight against any progress you try to make. The brain follows your self-talk. If you tell yourself you're disciplined, strong, capable, your actions start to reflect that belief. Before every workout, before every meal, remind yourself that you're becoming the vision of you who takes care of yourself. Visualization is another powerful psychological step. Imagine yourself at your weight goal. Not just how you look, but how you feel. Confident, energized. Okay, feel it has already happened. This mental rehearsal progresses or programs your subconscious mind to take that match that identity. You start making health choices naturally, not because you're forcing yourself, but because it aligns with who you are, you believe you are. Then comes discipline, but not that kind that feels harsh. Real discipline is self-love in action. It's choosing what you want most over what you want now. When you understand that every small decision adds up, you start valuing your consistency over perfection. You stop giving up when you slip up, because you know one bad day doesn't ruin your journey. What ruins progress is quitting because you think you have failed. Another powerful shift is detaching from the scale. Your weight is not measured in numbers. The scale can go up daily due to water, hormones, or even salt intake. Instead of obsessing overnight, focus on your progress in other areas. Your energy levels, your confidence, how your clothes fit, how strong you feel. These are the signs of real transformation that the scale will never show you. Accountability also plays a huge role in the psychology of weight loss. Surround yourself with people or content that inspire you to keep going. Sometimes it's not motivation you lack, it's environment. When you surround support your goals, it's easier to stay on the track. But if your friends constantly encourage overeating or making fun of your goals, that negative energy will pull you down. Protect your peace and your progressing. Another mental step is learning patience. You did not gain weight overnight, and you won't lose it overnight. Your mind will always look for quick fixes, but true transformation takes time. Every day you stay consistent, your body is responding, even if you can't take it yet. Weight loss is slow, but it's happening. Don't rush your journey, trust it. Forgive yourself for your past habits. You might have overeaten, quit too early, or ignored your healthy for years, but guilt won't help you heal. Awareness will. The moment you take accountability and say, I'm already do it better, you already have started the change. You don't owe anyone any explanation for wanting to become your best self. Then there's the power of identity. Stop saying I'm trying to lose weight. Start saying I'm becoming a healthy person. That's powerful mindset. Trying sounding temporarily, becoming sound permanent. When you start identifying as someone who takes care of your body, every choice you make begins to match the belief. Bestie, self-awareness is another step people overlook. Pay attention to how certain food make you feel. Notice your energy after you eat. Notice how movement change your mood. When you're aware, your body starts communicating with you. And once you listen, you can make choices that save you but not sabotage you. Also celebrate your small wins. Don't wait until you reach your dream body to feel proud. Every time you choose water over soda or walk over scrolling, you're building the habits that create results. Small wins build confidence, and confidence builds momentum. The last part, but most important psychological step, is consistency. You can have the best plan, but if you don't stick to it, nothing changes. Consistency beats intensity every single time. Show up daily.